Greetings, mortals. This is us, the almighty cheesecake. Today, we'll play a little bit of Pyre. Let us see. New profile. Sure. This game is developed by Supergiant Games, the makers of Bastion, Transistor, and Hades. Unless we are mistaken, that is. Right, pressing buttons. Your days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. Three shapes emerge, each clad in strange attire. Downside. A vast purgatory into which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and its enemies. None have been known to return from the forsaken land. Press. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. Mask something. See, right on schedule. What did I tell you? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday. I said we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess. But don't be glum. You know I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like she's breathing. The masked wanderers presume you are female. Well, in for a surprise. It seems she still is. Stand aside, I shall send her to a better place. She's a she? Can you people just tell? Hang on, the markings on her rags. I think she's one of them. And look at her, she's beyond our help and we are beyond hers. Broken, shaking, starving, probably deceased. Yeah, good luck with that there, chum. See you back in the wagon. Indeed, the day grows dim. You have at best an hour. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns towards you and begins unfastening his mask. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equals. We're equal nothings here. You are parched, and he gives you a drink. You ache, and he binds your wounds. You hunger, and he gives you food. Little by little, it helps. There. Turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Hedwin. Now, come on. He's one of the three masked wanderers who found you clinging to life in the downside. You sense no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon. Nothing like the stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth criminals through alabaster streets. A proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups. Founded on principle of mercy and kinship, whose exact meanings evolved through many centuries. Considering where we ended up, it probably did not end well. Edwin beckons you to enter the black wagon. Step inside. A bit messy, but cozy. The weather-beaten wagon is as much a mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back, and with a guest. She loosens the clasps on her mask. You may call me Yodariel. She's the most imposing of the three masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. Now those are some massive horns. And as for myself, the small one struggles with his mask. Yodariel soon assists him. Ow! It's a dog creature? That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Rookie Greentail. He is the smallest yet loudest of the three masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. Can she do it? Hope so. I haven't asked her yet. What? Then what are we waiting for? Hey, sister. Nice meeting you all, but tell me something. You know how to read or what? He's asking if you are a reader, one who can derive meaning from text. Literature has been prohibited for centuries. Those with knowledge of the old ways violate the law of the land. Well, considering what we're doing right now, yes, we can read. You confirm their suspicions. There is no use trying to hide it now. Well then, glory days. Whichever. Because it just so happens my associates and I, we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you. Reader, you still live thanks to us. We ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of those books back there and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on a spot like this, friend. The exiles indicate the book in their position. Have a look. Can we check something else? Close the door. A black wagon's common room must be back there, though you do not feel welcome there. Welcome now. Old raiments, colorful robes and ceremonial masks adorn one of the wagon walls. Let us see. Odd creatures. Hungry-looking creatures roost near some sort of attic. There's nothing you can do for them now. Take it there like our pets or something? Very well. Intricate sigil. A symbol of some sort is set in the wagon's floorboards. You cannot sense its purpose. Lone minstrel. A figure sits very still in a corner of the wagon. Now is not the time to check on him. Oh, hello, little eyeballs. Side the door. Beyond lies the boundless downside. Even if you could run, you would not get far. Rickety ladder. It likely leads to the wagon's centrifuge, judging by the gibbering creatures up there. We'll say hello to them later. Strange book. One of several such heavy, ominous volumes. The exiles you met seem very interested in them. Interact to learn more. You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes, bound in materials you do not recognize. Please tell us it's not people. Forward. A formal welcome undersigned by the 8 scribes. Oh, now that is some interesting font. Ah. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote this book of rites. That you possess it and have capacity to glean its words is testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path from this forsaken land to freedom, a homecoming in glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide, ere the turning of the year's first solstice. Seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of 8 as they align as shown. Arrive as a triumvirate, clad in the raiments of the rites bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. Let us see, these are some stars. Forward. There are more chapters, we take it. So basically we're on a mission now. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. The words swim through your mind as headwind gets your attention. Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out. Oh noes. Guess we could use a Red Bull or something.
Reader!
Yes.
Dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge?
Also to us, we swear.
Soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rites, The one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
These are our new friends. It worked. So it is true. Yeah, but what now? And where did the reader go? She should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in her. She could abandon us. Yeah, and go where exactly? She won't. You look upon the three of them from beyond this headwind and calls out to you. Reader, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now we'll swear to you when we get out of here. You're going to come with us, but first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom. You focus all your mental faculties to do as Headwind asked. So, take it this is the tutorial.
The celestial orb falls from the heavens when the time is nigh.
We walk into the ball.
Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves. The three must act as one.
Duly noted. Roar! That's a sprint.
Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified. Yes, the exile Headwind has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished. For a
Okay.
time. His
Ah,
or her cohorts must make do on their own.
to the sort of
Oh, but it is
handicap.
not so simple. In the rites, you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours.
Speed.
The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you.
Oh no.
Cast your aura like a
Banish.
stone. Correctly done. Again,
Oh boy.
just so.
It's a tad hard to make precision
A
aiming.
glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura, then the orb quenches the flame. Now I say jump. Leap with all your strength.
Wait, what button is that? Ah, there we go.
Toss sails the orb into the waiting flame.
Okay. Now we're missing the tiny guy.
Snuff out the adversary's pyre whilst yours yet burns.
Running. Leaping.
Ah, yes.
By sprinting 3 times. Okay, how do we change character?
Burning flame to ash. The orb, take it. Beauteous. Red-handed.
Okay, now we're just missing. How do we walk into that one? Okay. Okay, what if I...
Oh, ho, ho, ho. A blow will
Interesting.
hit the adversary's pyre. Banished.
Okay, so that's how we do it. Oh, there we go.
Right is complete. There, dear reader. Now you understand. Or do you? This was
Well,
but
it
a
remains to be
glimpse of
seen.
that which lies ahead. I would tell you to turn back, cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
During the rites, only one exile on each side is permitted to move at any given time. The three must act as one. The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars, or what? Supposedly. Reader, come let us regard the night. We believe it means going to bed? Maybe not. Udariel leads you outside, where a clear night sky awaits. Now show us, before the Howlers catch our scent, where shall the rites commence? An ancient ritual competition through which the worthiest exiles regain their freedom. The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours. Prayer from the Book of Rites. You gaze at the stars. Seek out your destination. Does he? There's one star there. Guess more things will unlock. Goal, the South Star. The South Star burns bright over a massive ridge of stone much farther than the naked eye can see. Some sort of goat person. 200 leagues due east, the Ridge of Gol. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The fossil remains of the Serpent Titan slain by Golathanian, yet loom over those living in its shadow.
Consilia.
Great, and we're supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time if you make haste. Then we had best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody? Udariel turns to you, studying you. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is glad to have you aboard, sister. We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom. The rites are the key. It is a lot to take in. Your fellow exiles await you in the wagon. Join them. And off we go. Let's have that huge horn in its ceiling. Downside Prairie. Looks interesting. It's like a painting. You're around in Downside Prairie where the road ahead is forked. There's a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. One of the downsides, only in verdant regions. It only gets less hospitable as you press further north. I'm telling you, want to take the northern pass. Got an associate holed up in Hollow route I've got to pay a visit to besides. The northern route to the Ridge of Gol goes through a small exile encampment. Every so often, tempests come and scour away the huts and hovels, but they always crop back up. Fire your associate. Best wear the blooming pool and avoid attention. The southern route to the Ridge of Gol goes through a humid area pocked with hot springs. Runoff from the south means no bathing in the springs. Ah, you were looking forward to that. So they're just there to mock you. And get stuck in a bog while we're at it? The dispute continues as Hedwyn listens for a while. What if the riddle settled this? She marks the way. We get us there. These rites are meant to test our faith. Then we'd best learn to trust the reader's instincts on our path. No second guessing her along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Yeah, sure. If necessary. Then it's settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars guide us through you. You might choose route toward your goal at certain junctures. Weigh your options. The northern route to the Ridge of Gaul goes through a small exile encampment. Rookie knows someone here who owes him. The southern route to the Ridge of Gaul goes through a humid area pocketed with hot springs, which we can't bathe in. But other things you can find rare flora here. And nasty bugs. We'll take our chances with the hollow route. What's the point of hot springs if we can't bathe in them? Very well. As you pass through the squalid little area, you hear boisterous voices coming from what looks to be a public house. Rookie stumbles forth from it, holding something in his paws. Oh, hey, sister. Just wrapping up a real important exchange back there. Hang on to this for me, will you? We'll have to drop it off if we head further north. You received a plain parcel. You cannot tell what's inside. Trade item. This can be sold at the slug market. Certain types of luxury goods somehow find their way down to the downside. Journey onward. Or forward. It didn't quite read. And look at the little wagon go. Little wagon goes brrrr. Until it doesn't. The black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the Ridge of Gaul. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. Page revealed the first exile. Blackwagon, your roving makeshift home in the downside. Interact or press Y. Let's see, is it this button? Yes. See? Ooh, is that a new toy? Drive Imp. Creatures such as this must have been bred to push the black wagon along. Hello, little fellow. We wish to head pat you. He does not seem to approve. What about you? Greentail family portrait. A reasonable likeness of a younger Rookie with his mother and uncle. Rookie status nearby. Yes, we can see that. See, that's how we exit. Interact to browse reveal pages, maybe later. Headwind's cooking tins. What passes for cooking supplies in the downside? Headwind does most of the cooking. Headwind status preparing the grounds. Seems to have something on his mind. Hey sister, appreciate you taking us up through Hollow Route back there. About that, are you certain that parcel will fetch us an adequate price at the slug market? Surely we could have procured some sort of rare fungus had we gone the other way. Much as I love the idea of procuring rare fungus there, Jody, we said we wouldn't go around second guessing our good sister's decision, right? Right. Idariel says nothing in response, but soon changes the subject. Night falls soon. Come along, Greentail. We have much left to prepare. The two of them soon go about rummaging through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. Let's check in with Headwind. In the common room, you may review various notes and observations about your fellow exiles and their respective paths toward enlightenment in the rites. Ah, okay. One's progress toward a deeper understanding. Exiles gain enlightenment by conducting the rites or from certain events. Potential mastery. Masters make exiles more effective in the rites. I need to gain more mastery. Talismans grant special power, abilities and bonuses. Does see Nightwing's cargo. Guess we can't equip that one. There's nothing learned. Glory. This attribute affects damage dealt to a pyre. Quickness. This attribute affects movement speed. Hope. This attribute affects duration of banishment. This attribute affects aura size. Presence. Yeah, that does make sense. She's slow. Does the most glory. And has the biggest presence. Well, we can tell that much. Guess there's not much else here. What do we press here? Is there anything new? Ah, we got another page. The first exile. In the words of Golatharian, the Master General. Golathanian. You know perhaps the thrice cursed name of Solia Mur, the Emperor of Sar, the first exile and my liege. This chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life. Such was the hatred for him in and around his country. Yet we found in Solyamura a man transformed in body, mind and spirit. A man deserving of much more than mercy. In time he named us all his scribes and he became the 8th. It is my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. To know his story is to know the rights. Interesting. Oh, we blew up that one. Well, no matter. Is that all we can interact with? For now. What's this? Probably just a save icon. Commence the rite. You reach the celestial landmark. Now to get everything and everyone prepared. As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set. However, everything is still and calm. Soon they grow restless. Keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. If we traveled all this way for nothing, I don't think we did. Look up. Ding, 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 ding. And our eyes close.
Freedom! The stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Gaul at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the accusers. Whose ever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom. Now let the rites commence.
Yeah, they got 3 medium-sized people. Okay. The stars are aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others, also clad in raiments. Your adversaries in the rites. Everyone ready? Let's hope so. Be still, we have a visitor. The one whom she refers to steps forward. At last, the Night Wings grace us with their presence. The name of a triumvirate in blue. It seems your fellow exiles have assumed their identity. I see that the reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moves, save for the man robed in gold who unfastens his mask. Surprised to see old Lendl again? I trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to see it again after last time. We have no idea who you are, but sure. He's the apparent leader of the exiled triumvirate you encountered at the Ridge of Gaul. Never had I come so close to freedom, only for you to dash my hopes. Now, I and the accusers shall repay that affront. An exiled triumvirate clad in gold, the leader harbors ill will for something he thinks you did. We'll probably sort it out eventually. He shoves his mask back on and takes position with his comrades. It is time. From the shadows you clutch the Book of Rites, a focus on the task at hand. Very well.
Begin.
That's the wrong button, but okay. Jump! Off we go.
Accusers underestimated you?
Okay. And we are speed! Ah, we ran too far. Where's the... Ah, oh, that's the wrong direction. You should be able to...
Sublime!
So far it is not too bad. No, I shall not accept defeat from you again. Hear me, accusers. Stand your ground, let your auras boil and rage.
It seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We're getting there, but they've hunkered down. Fine, then we shall disrupt their formation.
Have you any idea
to
what
fling
that
the orb
blade
into
will
place.
do to deserve his exile? Hmm?
Ah, that's too short. Can we interrupt it? Need to be a little bit farther. There we go.
A daring display. Flinging the orb into the flames like that.
Does a bit less.
You elude banishment using such tricks.
Alright. Oh no. Go, they can bonk you.
Twas almost cruel.
Ah, close. Got to run! Run! Oh. He got a small one. Wrong button.
Glorious.
Is that the jump button? No, that's the throw button. Still need to get use of the controls.
Oh. Righteous fire.
Things will most likely pick up in difficulty eventually.
All for naught.
Too late. And we just casually walk into them. Ah. Aura takes time to regenerate.
Lendl banished.
Poor guy. Well, that flew quite away.
Oof.
Yeah, we run, and off we go. And in we go. 3. Almost there.
No more than a lick of flame remains.
Ah. It's timed. Oh. Wrong button.
The orb is loose.
And in we go.
Done. You have prevailed. Rejoice then in your single fleeting victory.
So far so good.
Guron Salashe.
Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. The accusers will not forget your wickedness, and when next we meet, you will rue the day.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. The exiled Jodariel has gained enlightenment.
Right.
Only the enlightened can regain their freedom.
Well, withstood worse nights than this, though few as strange. Mastery. Sins of the Fallen Emperor. Right's Masteries, enhancing a demon's strength and physical prowess. Boons of the First Exile. Right's Masteries, enhancing a demon's spirit and sheer force of will. Fallen Emperor Mur moved past his many failings as a man, achieved selflessness in exile. As he fell into the Downsun, Sulya Mur understood at last the consequences of his hedonistic reign. Long Stride. After using her rush to lunge forward, Yudariel can rush again right away. Interact to make Yudariel gain this mastery. Mur's more ambitious predecessors subsumed one culture after another in the name of their empire. After banishing an adversary, Yudariel instantly recovers all her stamina. Interesting. It could be useful if you charge into people. Sulya Mur relinquishes his comfort, lineage and title, yet still cling to life. See, +4 presence, big roar, and the sort of right Yudariel's Pyre automatically gains 35 more health, you take it is. After adversaries banished by Yudariel, take 30% longer than usual to return. For 7 seconds after saluting her adversaries, Yudariel deals an additional 10 Pyre damage to the adversary's Pyre. And landing from a jump, Yudariel briefly stuns nearby adversaries, making them drop the orb. Yudariel can banish adversaries by flinging the orb into them. Interesting. We're liking this one. Let's try it.
The scribe bestows his favor.
Press to continue. After the rites, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon in the still night sky, you see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. Ah, okay, that's why it only did 12 damage. Well, my friends, what can I say? The rites are real and we're in. The Getting Out of Here Club. Next up on the agenda, keep chasing stars until we're free. Until we are free. Until we're free. Here, sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lendl back there. Whoever he was. Anyway, guess we better start packing. As the others go about their business, Headwind turns to you. Reader, come walk with me while the stars are still out. Is this a date? You and Headwind walk in silence for a time before he speaks up. You have questions. Come, ask away. We need you in on this for the long haul. Headwind wishes to know if anything is troubling you. Everyone has their reasons. At this point, you would like to know his. Ask why he was exiled. You ask Headwind what he did to get sentenced, but to living in the downside. He maintains eye contact and a smile. Good question, my friend. We're going to have a lot of time to discuss that, and many other things. Make you a deal. Read the stars for us again, and I'll tell you all about it on the way. You sense he speaks truly as he beckons toward the fading dark above. You gaze at the stars. Seek out your destination. Guess this will take a while. Jamur with the Dusk Star. What is this? Jaminian, the Olden Star, star of the First Empress. Those born under it seek knowledge and new experiences. Doesn't seem like we can visit it though. Nope, we cannot. And these small stars don't appear to be doing anything, so... Can we zoom out in? No? Guess there's not much choice in the matter. Jamur, the Dusk Star. The Dusk Star burns bright over an ancient spring in Jamur Valley. A hot spring, perhaps? We shall see. Or a scorpion. Sure. That's a long way north and west. We'll see if these old wagons fit for it. Then it turns to the others. How's it going, rookie? Imps fed, wheels clean. Status, Jody? No sign of howlers. Everything is secure. Good. Then get some rest. We're headed to the Spring of Jomur. At dawn, we're off. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The Alpha Chief, who, bathing here, would cure his ailments, but it only made him itch. So, no Hot Springs episode, we take it. Maybe next season. You find Rookie rummaging in the corner of the black wagon. Hey sister, you know what? It's good having somebody else around besides those two. So come to think of it, there's something I wanted to get your take on, and you have to promise to tell me honestly. Would you say... What I mean is, He hesitates, trying to find the words. Look, what I'm trying to say is, You sense something serious is troubling him. He moves in very close, making sure no one else is in earshot. It's about my mustache. Your mustache looks great, silly dog. I've been getting some conflicting reports about it. Would you say my mustache, that it makes me look a bit, you know, unscrupulous? Well, yes, but that's beside the point. Rookie wishes to know if you think his mustache suits him. It is very handsome. If anything, it gives you a distinguished sort of look. Something about it makes him appear less trustworthy, perhaps less youthful too. His appearance is not your concern, nor is a drawn-out discussion on personal grooming. The stash stays. You suggest that Rookie's mustache looks perfectly fine. He grins wide at you. Couldn't agree more, sister. I knew straight away that you are a real judge of a character. Anyway, gotta check the wheels again for mites. See you around. He bounds off out of the wagon. Rookie gained +1 hope for the next rite. This attribute affects duration of banishment. One's capacity to see the light in things. Moving on. So another page perhaps? No, maybe after next ride. Let's see, take it they go up to level 5. See. Okay, so the sort of tree. We can probably grab this one next if you want to. Well, there's not much else to look at here. Attic ladder. You observe the ladder leading to the locked enclosure above the cabin. The wagon centrifuge must be up there. Its drive imps stare down at you with big, wet eyes. Very well. Well, let us move on then. Well, we don't have much of a choice, do we? You have not yet been to this region of the downside. Rookie knows this mountain pass through to an arid region further north. No other choices? No? Well, on we go then. Vroom vroom. I like this cutesy style. The way the wagon just bobs and bonks and bobs. Bobs and weaves. The way it boings around. The climate here in Jomur Valley is hot and uncomfortable. On top of that, we have a stowaway. Oh, we can go home? Sure. She must have latched onto the undercarriage as she crossed the ridge. Her manner is odd, though you sense she means no harm. She must have overheard some of your fellow exiles' conversations. You need but say the word, Hedwyn. Oh, come on, you can't be serious, Jody. She's just some kid who managed to climb aboard our wagon undetected, but still. Do it, Jody. Wait, no. Daryl approaches the girl and looms over her. Listen to me, girl. We cannot guarantee that we shall get you home, or any one of us. But at present, we have room for you and adequate provisions. You may accompany us for the time. She almost had us worried there. Udaria leaves without waiting a response, presumably to make room in the wagon for your new guest. The stowaway is overjoyed at this. Really? You are so kind. You are most kind to someone you just met, like me. May the 8 scribes smile upon you all. I'm sure that we read about them enough by now. She claps her hands, bursts into laughter, and performs a sort of dance. Ruku stares at all of this and leans in close to Headwind. Hey, so, what gives? First the reader, now we're taking her along? What, we gotta take on every mite-bitten drive-in we find now too? Easy, Rookie. I think we'd want for us to bring this one along. Who, Sandalwood? I thought you said he asked we find someone to fit in every type of mask. Near as I can tell, yours would fit her just fine. The apparent name of some mysterious informant of Headwind, Udariel, and Rookie. He asked us to use our best judgment. Besides, we send her away, she'll go telling anyone she finds about us. Something, no matter. We can't risk that right now. So, I can come in? It's very hot and I'm a little thirsty and a little tired too. Yes, you're welcome here with us. One question though. What do we call you? Well, this is embarrassing, I think, but I don't know for sure. It's just back home, they call me lots of names, like for the color of my hair. They made fun of you just cause you got gray hair. That's it! My name, it rhymes with grey. It's just, you called me lots of names. They called me lots of names. Since the girl is struggling to recollect a certain name she felt best suited her. You think that you can help the stowaway make a peace with her name. Grey, May, K, Fay, Day, Say, Shay, Ray. Let us see here. Lay, Che, Nay, Tate, Say, Gay, Bay. She seems like a bay to us. You suggest that the stowaway girl's name is Bay. She's a young vagabond girl with an odd manner and an unshakable sense of curiosity. Why, that's it. My name is Bay. My name is Bay. Where I am from, they call me Bay the Bloodless, but I guess maybe you don't have to say that part because I didn't really like it. Out of all the names, your fellow exiles decide to bring Bay along for now. She almost collapses from exhaustion, so you take her in and show her somewhere she can rest. Bay joined the group. She is tired, but excited. Welcome her aboard. That skeleton looks like he's wearing an eye patch. The Black Wagon arrives on a somewhat peaceful stretch of Jomur Valley. Your companions wish to hold up here for the night, to give Bay and all of you a little time to rest. Consider your options. Let's have a talk. It's the same portrait. It looks kind of weird when she's sitting around in the wagon posed like that. Bay seems to be recovering well since you found her. She seems fascinated by everything and everyone in the wagon. Oh, hi, miss. You're the one who knew my name. You guessed it right, you did? Sure. Thank you for your hospitality. I've just been eating with the imps and talking to the wagon. This wagon, he and I are the same age. Almost to this very day. But I am older by 3 weeks, so I'm giving him a hard time. Little brother, I call him. He's a good wagon, isn't he? He will take us very, very far. My little brother, sure, he pulls at my hair at times, and I don't like it very much. But he is family. I am happy to be here with my family. I thought that I had lost them all again. Oh, but we have stopped now, haven't we? Then I should go outside to dance in case the scribes are watching. Bye, miss. Well, she's a weird one. Smiling back at you, she prances out the door. Just see, there's nothing new to interact with, is there? Back we go. Consider your options. Have a pitch a camp with your companions. For once it seems you have some quiet time to spare. Well, it's not nighttime yet, so... Your fellow exiles are taking a moment to unwind. You dial motions for you to find them. To join them. Good thing we are actually reading the text. We're just making things up. Best get used to your new life here, reader. We seldom get such moments of reprieve. Perhaps some further study of that book shall pass the time. You can join me for a little stroll if you're feeling up to it. Always something to be forged around here. Or you could teach us more of what you know, prepare us for the next rite. In any case, we do what we can to stay busy. Keeps the sense of isolation well at bay. Certain youngsters you may choose from several vocations. Ways in which you can make yourself useful during occasional moments of free time. So, search for resources. Search the surrounding area for valuables to add to your black wagon stash of goods. Hone your skills as a reader to grant small global bonuses to your fellow exiles during the rites. Teach your fellow exiles of the old ways to raise their individual rank in the rites more quickly. That could probably get us gold in the long run. This... We take this a temporal buff. We got rookie, and this is experience. Let's go with that. Having gleaned knowledge from the Book of Rites, you can impart some of its teachings, as each exile's path toward enlightenment is personal. You will have to mentor them one at a time. Just see, he has the least amount of experience. Wait, we can just switch like this as well. Good to know. Sure, sister, I could go for some enlightenment right about now. Might take the edge off. To illustrate to Ruki some of the intricacies of the rites, focusing on how all three in a triumvirate can move and act as of one mind, you sense he grasps some of the concepts. That's not bad. See that, chumps? Old rookie Greentail's got some bite in him yet. Choose a mastery. Rookie can jump a second time while airborne. Rookie deals an additional 5 Pyre when plunging into the adversary's Pyre. Extra damage is not nice, and that one we usually get interrupted anyway. When sprinting, Rookie accelerates faster than usual to an even faster top speed. After he's banished by an adversary, Rookie has a 50% chance to return in only 1 second. Rookie can jump a second or third time while airborne. Rookie casts his aura 50% farther than usual. That's not bad. When Rookie banishes his adversaries by casting his aura, the blast can banish nearby adversaries. After plunging into adversary's pie, Rookie soon returns rather than remain banished. We want this one. Glory Dive. Jombor Many Main was a vision to behold as he threw himself from one reckless situation into another. Ooh, I gotta hand it to you, sister. That book's not quite as boring as I thought. I'd better go lie down. Continue your journey. The path leading further west splits off, and once again your fellow exiles turn the choice of where to go over to you. Bay seems enthusiastic for whichever route you choose. Let us see. I think we can... Oh, that's where we're going, yes. Fall Flat. The south route across the Jumbur Valley is riddled with barren rock and bone. Bay believes that those who travel this path shall be as swift as Jumbur of the 8 scribes. Glue Hive. The north route across the Jumbur Valley passes the remains of the Hive Titan. Bay believes those who travel this path shall be as strong as Gaul of the 8 scribes. So strength or speed? Let's go with strength. Bay is behaving stranger than usual as you pass through the barren wastes of Glue Hive. The north route across the Jumbur Valley passes the remains of this Hive Titan, yes. The lifeless carapace of a Bialantheus still looms over the western edge of the valley. The scribes! I think they're here! I think that they were here. Can you feel their presence in the sand and in the air and all about? At first you pay it little heed, though later you observe your fellow exile seems to be in better spirits than before. Perhaps it was the previous day's rest that did everyone good. Your companions gain +1 presence in the next rite. We figured something like that. And the wagon comes speeding. En route to the spring of Jomur, you hear all about the roving slug market, which appears to be nearby. Rookie insists you take a look after you settle in. Crew trading post found in the downside. Commonwealth contraband sometimes finds its way to the downside, where it is traded and sold. Page revealed, the last emperor. Slug market, where you can trade your forest good for things of greater value. Interact to browse the wares. Hey guys, how's it going? Mr. Greentail, been a while and all that. Hey Ron, it's going. He's a traveling sales creature and a proprietor of the downside slug market. Say, how come you set up shop all the way out here? Isn't this a little out of the way? Oh well, let's just say you guys, you ain't my only customers. You see, Dad and I, we know this business pretty good. We've been around the block and so... As Ron keeps blathering, Rookie signals to you in a furtive way. Here's the deal, sister. Got an informant says there's something here connected to this rice business. See if you can spot it. Should be able to pawn some of our stuff to make the trade. And don't even worry about Falcon Braun. So anyways, you guys got something for me or what? The plain parcel you got there, I could take it off your paws if you want. Run stash. Yes. Hey, you know, I'll take it, Mr. Greentail, though you draw a pretty hard bargain. Now you're gonna take something off my hands here or what? Mooncrest. I could check these things. Ash and cool, at the start of a rite, the bearer's pyre automatically gains +7. A brittle clump of ash from a ritual pyre, still faintly warm to the touch somehow. Curfang, when plunging into the adversary's pyre, the bearer deals bonus damage. An old tooth from a cur who no longer needs it. Though its owner is gone, her fiery spirit lives. Lunar glass. While carrying the orb, the bearer moves faster than usual. A light and reflective bit of something fallen from the stars. It seems lighter still at night. Mooncrest. After being banished by an adversary, the bearer has a chance to return immediately. A trinket resembling the intricate sigil of the Nightwings. It shines with a faint light. We can't afford the other ones anyway. Let's grab it. That's a one-of-a-kind thinger you just got there, you know? And you got yourself a real good deal from me as well, so thanks. Switch to the roster to equip the talisman. Apparently any one of us bozos can get a little edge of that thing during the rites. I mean, just a question of who gets to try it out. Each of your fellow exiles may have a talisman equipped. Decide who shall wield it. Let us see. Let me guess, she has the lowest hope, so she would probably benefit from it the most. Yes, that seems fine. Anyways, Dad over here, his feet, you know, we've been having some trouble with his feet. Getting real something or other from all the hoofing around. And so you see, Rook indicates to you that now would be a good time to depart. Sure likes talking, doesn't he? See you, Mr. Greentail, and your friend there too. I like her, seems real nice, you know? We are indeed. Hello. Well, we do enjoy some good games. And there's no new page. We just got started with this, well, an hour ago, so we're not particularly far in. But yes, this is Pyre. We are liking it very much so far. Alright, talk to Hedwyn. Hedwyn motions for you to join him. While his manner is as easygoing as ever, you sense he is searching for the right words for what he's about to say. You guessed what I did to get thrown in here. figured I'd tell you, the others know. I was on the blood border for several years, an outrider, no real rank but a pretty important job. Whenever the harps swooped in, was up to me to raise the alarm. Blood border, the northern edge of the Commonwealth, is a flat and vulnerable expanse. The high-wing remnants seized upon it at every opportunity from the cover of clouds or darkness. Harps, a winged race also known as the high-wing remnants, at war with the Commonwealth. They are as coarse as their feathers. They hold themselves superior. And the Archjustice Androbellus the Ninth. Sure. One day the harps came without warning, no alarm. It was a slaughter. So I heard, because I wasn't there. I was with one of them. Look, that's a story for another time. The point is, they branded me Hedwyn the Deserter before they sent me here. I didn't want to fight. I abandoned my post. My friends, they paid dearly for it. I ended up down here. Hedwyn looks at you as his smile reappears. It's not something I like to talk about, as you can tell. But I know that you've been wondering, and you deserve to know. I made a promise to you earlier, when we first met, that you'd go free as well if any of us go free. That promise might not carry that much weight, I guess, coming from a deserter. Anyway, that's all. Thank you for hearing me out. There's not much good here in the downside, but at least the past is behind us. He leaves you there to consider his words. Roster bio updated. Ah. Now that is a lot. Long thin line holds up. Well, let's worry about that later. Commence the rite. As you complete preparations for the rites to commence, you notice Bay approaching. You notice too that she is wearing your companion's raiment. We can go home? Bay, I thought I made myself quite clear that you were not to touch those robes. Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Udariel. I just thought that maybe you were being funny at the time. Udariel doesn't strike us as the comedian type of person. Unbelievable. Hey, something's happening in the sky. I think we're up. Well, now you'll get to see some actual gameplay as well.
What brings you to the spring of Jomir? Why, it must have been the stars. Although it seems that your triumvirate now numbers 4 exiles, not the expected 3. The rules of the rites were not created for you to besmirch. Prepare now to confront the fate. They still honor the traditions of the scribes, and surely have been longing for this chance. But first, you have a choice to make.
Who to take part? The sky burns bright once more as your next adversaries in the rites approach. The apparent leader is a bent old cur who regards you with a formal bow. At his side is an intense young man. I hail you, exiles of the Nightwings. I am grateful that you choose to grace us with your presence once again. I am called Dalbert Oldheart, and this is my son, Almer. He is an honorable old cur bent on upholding the sacred traditions of the rites with his son. He is a dutiful foster son of Dalbert Oldheart, and is very protective of him above all else. You need not greet them, father. We shall face you in the field this night, and may the victor's pyre burn eternal. But first we offer you a token of good faith, in show of appreciation that the Nightwings have returned. Dalbert approaches you with something in his paw. You sense his motives are sincere as he hands you over a small talisman. Items imbued with various enchantments, exiles may equip one at a time. A talisman's true power lies in the faith of its holder. You receive a Tailwind crest. Grants the bearer +2 quickness. A forged metal brooch, cool to the touch, depicting some triumph of the Sea Dominion. Thank you, men. Begin. That cur was very kind, and his son, he was so caring, wasn't he? Then can we start? I want to help you beat them. We need 3 of us exactly to conduct a rite, but we've got 4 now besides the reader. This ought to be her call. If someone has to stand aside this time, I volunteer. No volunteering, chum. It ought to be the reader's call, remember? Very well then, reader. Who shall it be? Henceforth you shall choose 3 exiles to conduct each rite. Prepare to make your choice.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
Let's see. What's her... Let's see. There she is. She's pretty quick. Does decent. Exile must conduct rites to regain their freedom. Yes, we know that. Go with her. Oh, me? Thank you. Thank you for believing in me, because I think the scribes do too.
Jodariel.
As you will.
Ruki.
Don't have to tell me twice, sister.
It is done.
Hey, I'll have other chances. I think you did the right thing. Nightwings, I trust you all are well prepared for these old eyes, yet they see that the rites shall be commencing momentarily. Are you quite ready too, my son? I hope so, father. Here, now, let me show you.
Now begin.
Oh, there we go.
Quite the turn of events.
Speedy up.
Glory to the Nightwings first of all.
Down you go.
Good.
Oh, should have jumped there. That's the wrong button. That's the rest. Especially the wrong button.
Oh, poor old Dalbert.
That's a throw.
They did it.
Okay, seems like her jumping is sort of charged. Look forth, my son. The waters of Jovur many main bring blessings unto us this eve. Perhaps our chance has come at last. 6th of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rites, known as the Brave or the Alpha Chief. An Alpha Chief that unites the curse under a single banner and shorted half the known world. We need more blessings to prevail against them, Father. Please keep fighting. What is that?
A boon come from the stars.
Oh, he's made stamina.
But shall be onward thus to greater glory.
I wonder what it does.
Brilliantly done.
We'll figure it out.
Your victory's at hand.
Any more moon drops? Or not? Ah, there it is. That's the wrong button. But sure, we'll take it. That's a throw, yes.
And it is done.
Glory dime, okay.
The Nightwings prevail. It was a glorious performance, I must say. Perhaps you shan't be quite so fortunate next time.
Oh, so then we did it, didn't we? Indeed. Kind of feel bad about that Dalbert, though. Exiles of the Nightwings, the dawn is yours and may you earn your freedom. But, Father, the dawn might have been ours. We failed and I have failed you. Nonsense, we are the fate. We do what is ordained and nothing less. An honorable triumvirate, determined to uphold the tradition of the rights, led by the cur Dalbert Oldheart with the help of his adopted son, the savage Almer the Helpless. Not the most impressive epithet. Now let us go, my son, for I am weary once again.
There is much to learn from this experience. Until the stars
that is so.
align.
Hello, excuse me. I mean, would you excuse me for a moment, do you think? You're one of them. What do you want? Father needs me. Oh, I'm sorry. I think that I forgot what I was going to say. I'm so embarrassed. What is the matter with you? It's against the rights for us to even speak like this. I did not know that. I don't think no one said anything like that to me. But then, all this, it's all very new to me, and so I thought maybe you cannot be serious. Yes, I mean, I like to laugh a lot, and you, how about you? This is a Nightwing's trick. Father told me not to speak with any of you. But I have to go. Wait, Almer, wait, I think that was your name. Was that even your name? Wait. She was just trying to make a friend. We think. We're not sure. She made the wagon her little brother. As you return to the wagon after prevailing over the fate, you notice Udariel tense up and frown. Where did he go? Who? Wait, the sleeping guy? The minstrel. He's gone. And here we thought he was going to be our personal jukebox, but we guess we're wrong in that regard. You see, it is true. There's no trace of the lone minstrel who had been lying still in the corner of the wagon all this time. You joined the others in search for him outside. Your fellow exiles have revealed nothing to you of the lone minstrel or how they found him. Yet you sense their concern as they scour the vicinity for him. We'll worry about the minstrel, my friend. You worry about the stars. Wherever they guide us, we're going. You gaze upon the stars once more. Seek out your destination. That's where we are. That's where we left off. Ha'ub, the midnight star. The midnight star burns bright over the standing stones at the edge of flagging hands. Let's go there then. Ah yes, hard rock skeleton. Everyone, we're headed back east all the way across the valley toward the cairn of Ha'ub. Then, according to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The accursed imp here felled the mighty bone titan, Shak's 6 shoulders. That's right, we have to risk it. What if that minstrel guy doesn't turn up by then? We shall find him, on this night or another. They continue searching for some time, however, the minstrel is nowhere to be found. Let's have a talk with Edwin. After having overcome the fate in a decisive victory last night, you find Edwin off on his own. You sense he wants to talk about your decision to exclude him from conducting the rite. Because he was the lowest level and he wasn't a new character? I guess we'll have some tough choices to make before all of this is over, my friend. Just been thinking about that. I'm glad you let the others go instead of me during the rite. I mean that, all the more since we succeeded. I don't know what's more intense, participating in the rite or just watching from the sidelines. Anyway, thank you for checking in. I'm off to make sure we're ready to move. He departs to check on things outside. You sense that he has no misgivings about what transpired, and is more concerned at present about the missing minstrel. Let's see, what's that green part? Good question. Savage. Simple folk ostracized for their deficiencies or differences even prior to their sentencing. Also called the Moon Touch, they proved overly resistant to the principles of lawful society. Cur. Swift dog-like creatures known for their loyalty, optimism and appreciation for the simple things. The Alpha Chiefs would later say their kind went soft no sooner than they joined the Commonwealth. Demon, Eudariel's race. People who survived exile long before to be transformed by it. In body if not in spirit. All are welcome here save demons such as you. From the sentencing of Chief Physician Olralek. Nomad. Common folk cast from the Commonwealth and stripped of name, home and title. They came from all directions toward the Commonwealth, where at last they settled, some of them. Interesting. This is something. Base Scribe Catcher. Take it as like a dream catcher? A bundle of sticks. Bay insists on hanging in the rafter. She believes it brings good fortune. And that's it. Continuing it on. There's still no sign of the lone minstrel, although Eudariel tracks potential signs of movement east. The same way you are headed. You considered where to search for him. Just see. The north route across the Jumbo Valley passes the remains of the Hive Titan, yes. Eudariel believes the missing minstrel must have taken the same route as you took earlier. Edwin thinks the missing minstrel could have taken the route opposite to the one you took. Good question. Let's go back. Where we came. Any luck? As you make your way through the dusty ways of Gluehive, all there is to show for the missing minstrel is a deeper scowl on Eudariel's face. Blast! I felt certain they would have taken our same route to the Spring of Jomwar. It's alright, Jody. They could have gone anywhere. Likely there was nothing to be found either way. We should keep moving. You pick up bits and pieces of the minstrel's significance to your fellow exiles. He was there when they first discovered the Black Wagon, but they speak little more of it for now. Stop the wagon. What? How come? Because of her. They're coming for us. We have to be ready, we have to. Does she mean what I think she means? I believe so. Battle stations? Your fellow exiles scramble to prepare the wagon for whatever is out there. Once you help them settle in, perhaps you can learn more of their source of concern. Okay, no talking, we take it. That's the first one, nothing new here. Well, preparing we will. They are coming for us. They fear the scribes. They fear the scribes, I know they do. What's he talking about? What's going on? Howlers. Lots of them. Then what are we gonna do? They fear the scribes. Calm yourself, Bay. We shall give them reason to fear us as well. We'll use the raiments and the books. Indeed, one of us can draw them out, under the reader's watch. It shall be just like one of our rights. Hedwyn turns to you. Seems to need your help in this, friend. We just need a volunteer to go with you. I will do it, miss. Please, you have to let me and the scribes. They will protect me, I know they will. Eudariel exchanges looks with Hedwyn. Each of them nods at you as if to signal their approval. Bay intends to help fend off the Howlers. Prepare for them. So we'll see what this entails then. Oh, now this is new. That howling sound, it means they're here. Oh, by the scribes, they're here. Okay, there are tiny... Okay, she can't fire through objects. Oh, we get extra gold. That's power casting. Oh! Well, we'll try to do better next time. So can we jump into them? Oh, we can walk into them. That makes things easier. Squish they go! See? More. I think there's many more. Oh, here they come. Here they come. Now, where are they? Oh boy, that's a lot of them. That worked out. Press X when power jump. Oh wait, she said something. Never mind. Just then, Base spots something creeping toward her. Who? What? Crave! Is that our new nemesis? Oh. That's what power casting is. Why, thank you, loading tip. The howling subsides as your fellow exiles scrambling out to check on Bay. Find her in one piece, along with an unfamiliar little face. Scree-hee! Isn't he the best? Can we keep him? Scree-hoo! You sense a depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by Drive Imp standards. In fact, you feel a connection to him. If you concentrate, perhaps you can derive some meaning from his calls and screeches. Screekiri-kikiri. The Drive Imp seems both excited and frustrated by something. The Drive Imp seems to have a history with your Blackwing and you are beginning to understand him. The Drive Imp recognizes you as the new reader of the Nightwings. He is pleased to meet you. We are pleased to meet you too, little imp. You can now understand this unusual Drive Imp. The Drive Imp seems satisfied at having gotten through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you have learned of him so far. No one argues against letting the creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other Drive Imps stare at him with something like reverence. So he's like the Imp Pope, we take it. The Drive Imp joined you. He seems to know his way around. Very well, what is your wisdom? You can see the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you. Crick, 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 crick. You may press X to continue at any time. Cruhum. He indicates he was able to find you thanks to the swarm of howlers. Kraha. He has no love for howlers, and they know not to mess with him either. He plans to set up a nest that should ward off any further trouble from them. He looks forward to the road ahead with everyone and believes it shall be worth it. Scra-ha-ha! He seems to be saying he's happy to be back where he belongs and he urges you to keep going. He bounds off towards his brethren, settling in the wagon's rafters. Well, it seems to be nothing new. On we go. See, that's our destination. Lixan, an arid southern pass toward the ominous cairn of Haub. The new Imprab seems insisted that you take this path, bearing east. Hedwyn orders the wagon to a halt somewhere in the dry flats of Jombur Valley. There's someone on the road. Be careful, everyone. The figure watching the black wagon from afar approaches, arms spread wide, although a hat and cloak conceals the figure's features. Then the imp rushes out toward whomever it is. Krehik! The imp is really right up the side of whoever is approaching, though in an almost joyous way. Tizo, it's good to see you, and you found the others even faster than expected. He is a venerable drive imp who seems to know the ins and outs of the Nightwing's black wagon. So he has a name. The imp called Tizo appears very pleased. The lone minstrel turns toward the rest of you. Hello. We have not met, but I know who you are, or who you must be. I returned as promptly as I could. Have you walked with the scribes themselves? Because I think maybe you have. Hello indeed. You had us word there when you took off. You should knock him back into his slumber. I did not aim to cause you such concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings have returned. Your client? I, my client. Sandalwood. He is your point of contact, as I understand. You did not find his wagon by mistake. The apparent name was a mysterious informant of Hedwyn, Udariel, and Druki. So what now? You continue down this path. That is why I am here. When we meet my client, he shall explain. For now, you have a job to do. I assure you that I shall not interfere. But I mean to accompany you. Would that be all right? Hedwyn and the others exchanged looks. Welcome back, minstrel. You got a name? As I am sometimes called Tariq, it is a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings. He appears to be a traveling musician, yet seems to be connected to the rites. A lone minstrel returns to the black wagon with your fellow exiles. Lone minstrel rejoined the group. No one until now bothered to actually ask his name. Was it more like a piece of the furniture to them? The Cairn of Ha'ub is a foreboding sight. It is here that the next rite is soon to commence. The cursed Imperial fell the mighty. Yes, we read that. Reader, if you have a moment. Once we are settled on these grounds, I wish to speak with you in the wagon at your leisure. Oh hey guys, fancy running into you this side of the sun. So what can I do you for? Ron, how'd you make it all this way ahead of us? Come on now. Mr. Greentail can't just give up all these business secrets, am I right? What I can do, though, seeing as you've been such a good customer and all, is provide for you a sample of a little something you might like. Here, check this out. Seeing as you bought that Mooncrest thinger from me last time, why, I'm just thinking you could have used this and I got more if you want. You received Pinch of Stardust. It does seem useful. Raises the rank of certain talismans +1. A shimmering substance with mystical properties said to come from the heavens themselves. Thank Ron for the sample. Thank you, Ron. Interact with Ron to quiet him down. Oh, so he does have an off button. After banishing an adversary, the bearer gains 1 gold up to this many times per rite. Ah, interesting. Let's grab that one. Yes, and we want this one. Yes. Ha, I know you're going to like that stuff, guys. It's pretty whoa, you know what I mean. And if you want some more, I know just the individual. It is Dad who can get it. Catch my meaning, yeah? Just stop on by some other time. Gold. Presents. Let's see. Okay, so how does that mean? Does it increase the gold given, maybe? Yes, nothing. Well, let's save it for now. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Ooh, someone new to talk to. The lone minstrel seems to have situated himself in the wagon. He is very still, not unlike when he was sleeping. Reader, I shall keep this brief as you shortly have a rite you must conduct. You have read something of the Book of Rites. This means that you must know something of my nature. On the contrary, you know not what it means, and he soon senses this. Forgive me, for I spoke too soon. Suffice it, I have served the Nightwings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. The lone minstrel nods farewell to you and steps away. White lute, the lone minstrel Tarek's musical instrument, with which he chronicles great deeds through song. The lone minstrel and his white lute chronicle the journey of the Nightwings through song. Using it, you may hear glimpses of your past experiences across the downside. Ah, okay, that's our personal jukebox. Oh wait, we think we missed a page. Can we go back? Ah, there we go. First exile, we read that. The last emperor. How many nations did I scour in the name of Solia Mur? How many countries fell before our spears and blades? Such questions mattered less to me with every passing victory. Our legions swelled across the land and our dominion grew. The emperor, Solia Mur, paid all this little heed. He only tended to his personal affairs. Our legions relished the autonomy. We did not know that the emperor cared nothing for his legions nor his people. He cared only for that which was before him. One day he learned of such a thing as to befit his name, and vowed to seek it out. Perhaps we missed a page here as well. Let's check. Forward. No, it's just a forward. It's the first second. There we go. The rope caller. I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege, he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, a celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens in the reaches of the downside. He would be a living legend if only he could grasp it, whispered in his ear the Kylmer rope caller, his elder and most trusted aide. Would that I slew that man myself. His was a simple and yet brilliant ruse. Draw the emperor farther still from his responsibilities and toward his greed. Thus did the emperor begin an expedition into the Forsaken Lands. He insisted that he go himself. Oh, the plot thickens. Well, let us commence the rite then. You and your fellow exiles gather around the sacred site known as the Cairn of Ha'ub, anticipating the hour that the rites are to commence again. All is quiet for a time, and then, from out of nowhere charges in a gangly cur. He stops short and gives you a mighty sneer. Psst, that Barker Ashpaws. Real piece of work, just don't make eye contact. He's a troublemaking cur who thrills in the defeat of the triumvirates who stand against him. Well, would you look at this lot? Even got one of our own. Consorting with the two-leggers, you're a disgrace there, mate, you realize? Good to see you, Barker. You're looking well. Didn't know you knew about the rites. I know about a lot of things, my friend. For instance, I know you're going to be very, very sad after we wipe the floor with you here. Don't know whose back you scratched to earn yourself a spot in the high and mighty Nightwings there, but I'm gonna make sure all of you regret it, because why not? Sounds good, sounds good. The cur Barker laughs away as his pack stumbles after him. You hear them growling and cackling as the stars above begin to glow. Well, here we go again. Waiting cost stamina as well.
Welcome, dear reader, to the splendors of the accursed Cairn of Ha'ub. you shall find the downside grows less pleasant from this point. But first, there's a tradition to uphold. This time you stand against the dissidents. Even now they hunger to defeat you.
They're free to try.
Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
As the stars shine down upon you, the pack of curs you stand against this night continue hooting and howling. Alright, come on you lot, let's boil some blood. Then Rookie pulls you aside. Look, sister, I don't know how to say this, but I can't go against these guys. Just trust me on this one, okay? You sense he means it. You make a mental note to ask about his history with the Parker whenever time permits. It's alright, Rookie. We can take care of them. Begging your pardon, but if you need another to stand at your side this night, I have someone here whom I would recommend. Do not be coy with us, minstrel. Don the robes if you intend to stand with us. Oh, I don't mean myself. The rights are not for me. I was instead referring to this little one. Ha! A creature wearing tiny raiments appear at the lone minstrel's side. Take it these raiments come in all sorts of sizes, readily available. Tiso seems to be volunteering to take on your adversaries, the dissidents. Absurd. The imp knows the rights. He knows a great deal. So long as the Nightwings stand together, he shall be at their side. Thou you need not take my word for it. Tiso, our adversaries seem to be preoccupied. Perhaps you might quickly show our comrades what you can do. The little imp peers at you. He senses his connection to the rights as he awaits your guidance. He is tiny. Scrahi! Tiso seems excited to demonstrate some of his favorite tricks. Reader, influencing Tiso may take some getting used to. He is inviting you to try.
Another joins your ranks? And a mere imp?
Yes.
Although... no, it cannot be. And we shall see what comes of this new partnership of yours.
Oh, they move. Let's see. Interesting. Okay. The imp goes boom. So imp goes boom. He flutters, he dashes. Well, it should be fine. Well done as ever, Tiso. Scrock! Tiso is happy to lend his support during the rites, if you could use his help. Well then, reader, who shall conduct the rites in the name of the Nightwings?
Who shall conduct the rite?
Unwilling? Sure, we respect that. Just see. Well, he could use the
Head with summon. Tiso.
Just see. Well, she could use the experience.
Bay.
¿Estás?
Ow.
Yes, ¿cómo estás? Estoy bien, gracias. Tiso is ready to prove himself against the dissidents. Time's up, you swill. Come on, boys, let's get them.
Begin.
That's the wrong button.
The Nightwings assert themselves thusly.
Not sure what the plan of the curs were there. Ah,
Your flames grow weak.
we'll be fine.
How very fortunate. Verily, You'll have to.
Ah, they can do that.
Bay, douse the flame.
Well, we're getting there. What are their game plan?
An unimpressive thrust, but true.
Yeah, it landed. We do not complain.
Headwind is banished.
That was the wrong button.
Bay plunged into the pyre.
Alright, you lot, that does it. No more fussing around, alright? My boys and me, we're proper angry now. Right, they're trying to turn this into a bullet hell shooter, are they?
Careful now. Your adversary Pyre there seems rather fired up. Whatever shall you
Should have landed
do
earlier.
against so fierce?
Oh, that was a
There it
fast
is.
one. Yeah, it is indeed. Oh,
Oh,
should have jumped.
there goes Headwind.
Oh,
Tough luck, Nightwings. Your
okay.
pyre weakens.
We're almost there. Ah, not sure what we thought about there,
It
but
is taken,
we'll make it.
and it is done. The Nightwings prevail yet again. And such a well-conducted victory it was. The ceremony is complete.
Supergiant Games really make some crisp-looking games. That ought to show them. Tiso is excited to have prevailed in his first right with your group. Well, I'll be a heaping ball of dung. But I just can't believe you shoddy lot showed us that what for like that. My boys and I will have to take you just a tad more serious next time. Till then, you just be sure to tell old Rookie Greentail that yours truly, he remembers everything, you hear?
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
I think I'm beginning to understand something of all this, my friend. And level up. Martial training. Hedwig gains plus 50% more stamina, letting him jump and sprint more often. When others lay exhausted after battle, the Master General always remains sure of footing. Seems like a nice one. Share tenacity. Hedwig and his allies regenerate stamina twice as quickly as usual. The warriors of Caesarian Legion fought tirelessly against countless enemies. That one is pretty nice as well. How about others? Ooh, if he jumps to the airborne adversary, he banishes them. By bearing the orb, Hedwig's allies move with and pass orb more quickly. Hedwig's allies may instantly return banished allies by moving to where they fell. His Pyre recovers Pyre equal to 50% of damage health. Hedwig and his allies cause banished allies to remain banished for 2 seconds longer. And this is a good question. Let's go with that
The
one.
Master General reveals his stratagem.
Yeah, she
Something's awakened in the moon-touched girl.
The scribes, they whisper to me, they do from time to time. Heightened reflex. The brief charge-up time before Bay jumps or sprints is virtually eliminated. Enemies of the Empire found armies at the doorsteps before they realized what was even happening. Snapcast. The brief charge-up time before Bay can cast her aura is greatly reduced.
A devious trick from the rope collar. Enlightenment seldom avails itself to
Ruhriom.
simple means.
Tiso feels solemn respect for the rites and all their myriad complexities. Very well. Elusive nature. By fluttering or zipping, Tiso moves much faster than usual. Moon sign. If banished, Teacher drops a moon sign allies can instantly transfer to from their pyre. The imps of the downside flock to the highest points in all the land whenever the moon shines bright. The accursed imps survive the downside off by remaining well hidden from its many dangers. This is a very good question. The teleport or faster speed. Let's go with speed.
The influence of the imp scribe. Until the next right.
Splendid was your guidance of the Nightwings, reader. Your fellows are fortunate to have found one such as you. May you find the freedom that you seek. After overcoming the dissidents with aplomb, you return to the wagon to recover from the night's ordeal and figure out how best to proceed. You alright, Rookie? Think so, chum. I just need a little time. Didn't count on Barker being caught up in all this. You don't owe him your conscience. You'll sort things out with him, you always do. I don't wish to interrupt, but the dark of night is waning. Reader, would you join us outside, please? You find Eudariel and the lone minstrel gazing into the sky above the valley, which is beginning to grow pale. You look toward the heavens. Seek now your destination. Now where to? That's where we were. Milith, the bog star. The bog star burns bright over a fetid cavern in flagging hands. That's an interesting looking fellow. Then it is as I feared. We are to press further north beneath the valley into flagging hands. The scribes are watching over us. They will protect us wherever we go. Have you been to flagging hands? You would not say such things. The scribes have surely turned their backs on that place. A gloom-filled desolate region off the downside, beyond which lies the sea. A fetid sprawl of noisome, festering, unpleasant adjectives. Basically a disgusting swamp pit. If I may, the bleakness of flagging hands shall wear upon you, to be sure. I urge for you to take what rest you can, for you shall need your strength upon the road ahead. Your fellow exiles agree to turn in for the remainder of the night. At dawn, you shall have to press deeper into the downside. And talking time. You can tell something is troubling, Rookie, though he seems relieved to see you. Hey, sister, listen, I got to level with you real quick. You remember Barker, don't you? Not exactly easy to forget, though, believe you me, I try. Well, he's got me by the scruff. I've been down here a little while, as you can see by now, but Barker, he's been here longer. He's made quite a name down here, and as for me, I needed help, you understand. I had a certain standard to uphold. So, I figured he would be the one to ask. Then Rookie hesitates. But then, his familiar grin returns. So what if I owe him though, right, sister? I got people back on the other side, and just between us, we're loaded. I mean rich. My little problem with Barker soon is gonna take care of itself, just as soon as my people send the money though. So, I'm telling you right here and now, don't you even worry about it. And I'm sure everything on that front is going to end up real tidy real soon. With that, he scampers off before he can respond. It seems Rookie owes a debt of some sort. What is on the line exactly? You are unsure. It's a Teesaw's nest. Various scraps and things laced together with bits of ribbon and fabric, topped off with a plush fish. Well, on we go. Come dawn, you find Hedwig and Eudariel assessing the current situation with the minstrel. Are you most certain? Aye, madame. I make no claim the journey shall be pleasant, but it is necessary. Hedwig motions to you as they continue talking. Seems like some work to do once we arrive in flagging hands. Let's get going soon as you're ready. Sooner we get there, sooner we can leave. Flagging hands. You've not been to this region of the downside. The lone minstrel knows a relatively safe route down into the Flagging Hands region. Goodbye, heavy metal skeleton. Consider how to proceed. There's nothing new here, is there? Nope. The Flagging Hands region proves as dismal as Eudariel indicated. The air is thick and foul. How far to the pit of Melith? According to the stars, the next ritual shall soon commence here. A fetid den in which the witch Melith sealed the physical form of Isla, astral board. All the way across the marshlands, on the coast. Reader, would you join me in the wagon for a moment? We have matters to discuss. Eudariel and Hedwyn exchange looks, then she turns to you. Go see what he wants. Crystal ball. Thank you for your time, reader. I have something for you, and on behalf of my client. Before you is an artifact called the Beyonder Crystal. An ancient artifact connected to the rites. Should the reader manage in your eyes, present the crystal only then. Message to the lone minstrel. You observe a shimmering crystal of some sort beside the Book of Rites. As you have surmised, the triumvirates you are to confront during the ritual shall stop at nothing to prevail against you. They have prepared for this for quite some time. The Beyonder Crystal may help ensure that you are well prepared in turn. It's a resource now at your disposal, but use at your discretion. Gaze upon it, and you shall see what I mean. Henceforth you may use the Beyonder Crystal. It is calling you. Take a closer look. You look upon the shimmering surface of the Beyonder Crystal. Some of your senses fail, though you retain a hold of your consciousness. An apparition appears before you, clad in the raiments of the rites, but incorporeal. I sense you're not a total idiot. She reaches for the clasps on her mask. So the Nightwings have returned. Oh, but where are my manners? You must be their lovely reader. Please call me Sandra. Sandra the Unseeing. She is a wraith, expelled for eternity within the Beyonder Crystal and bound to serve the rites. We met briefly before when you first beheld the book. When you were stuck inside of it, I was among the phantoms your companions banished there, no doubt stroking their egos. You listened well enough to that damned voice. Now I suggest you listen well to me. Described within the book, it calls to you during the rites and reminds you of your exile. I am bound in servitude to you, along with any idiots whose freedoms happen to be intertwined with yours. I know the rites better than anyone. I soon can whip you to shape, if you but take advantage of my services. First, I offer scribe trials to those friends of yours. If they pass, it shall be worth their while and yours. Secondly, my Beyonders, I avail ourselves for practice rites should you be so inclined. A spectral triumvirate banished for eternity and trapped within the rites. No strings training competitions between your fellow exiles and Sandra's Beyonders. Or you could always come and chat and briefly free me from an eternity of boredom. You have invoked Sandra from the Beyonder Crystals. What do you wish to do? C. Choose an eligible exile to brave one of Sandra's challenges and earn a unique reward if they prevail. Challenge her to a practice rite. Pitch your fellow exiles against Sandra's Beyonders in a no-strings competition to test your strategies. Sandra is bound to the Beyonder Crystal. She may appreciate having someone to talk to. Sure. Let's have a chat. I do appreciate the effort to make small talk with me, reader. Anything to break from the monotony of staring at the void within this place. Not that I could see it if I tried. She laughs at this, or maybe at herself. Certainly I could make talk with my fellow Beyonders trapped here as they are with me. You might expect that we all would keep each other company. There's just one problem there, however. We are all sick of one another. She laughs again, perhaps not at her joke, but instead at her predicament. I do exaggerate to some extent, but there is a certain truth in it. We have been stuck together long enough that we have grown more distant rather than more close. But I had best not wear out my welcome with the likes of you, as I have long since done with all the others. So, carry on for now, and if those fools with whom you travel learn something, come bring them forth to me, and I shall see it. They learn some more. Let's try this one. Indeed, it looks as though one of those failures of yours is ready for a lesson in pain. Who shall brave one of Sandra's scribe trials? Just see, ineligible. Okay. We take this green bar. Did you ask Sandra to administer one of her special trials for Rookie? What, the loudmouth Kurd? Well, I suppose that he's ready, technically. Though I have a litany of reservations about him, but let us bring him forth. Soon, Rookie appears in heed of the summons. Sister, why are you looking at me like that? Well, let's see what this entails. Oh, it's the solo. Alright, what's the big idea, huh? Is some kind of trick you're playing, sister? The apparition Sandra then appears and unfastens her mask. Shut your snout and listen well, Car. You answer to me here. What? Your mouth runs quicker than those stubby little paws. You have much to learn if you have any intent to prevail in the rites. Let us see how you fare without the benefit of your trusted comrades. Save for your lovely reader.
It's kinda decent.
I guess it's you and me then, huh, sister? Wherever you are. Oh, hello? Okay. You got a good speed. Then we dash. And no. Okay, we can't grab that one. Gotta wait. Alright. And we got the ball. And we are speed. Okay, only 30 more. And we go poof. This is working out. Okay, can we bait him? Ah, he jumped too late. Or try jumping too late. And then we just walk into this guy. And jump! And off we go. Rookie. Yes, Dom Salas. That's how we do it, right, sister? It is, and you acknowledge, likewise, that you did not do it on your own, despite having to face my demon friends all by yourself. You passed my test, Kerr. Congratulations are in order, both to you and to your lovely reader. Now farewell. This is most likely going to be a recurring occurrence. That Sandra kind of gives me the shakes, you know what I mean, sister? Hey, what's that you got? You received Jomur's Fang for completed Rookie's trial. After Rookie casts his aura, it lingers longer than usual. Interesting, accept the reward. We'll see what it does. See. Can we... Could have sworn we could check. Anywhere? Oh, wait, that's a button. There we go. Cast throws his aura in a long thin line. We guess it just lingers. Well, no matter. Let's continue on for a little bit more longer. You find everyone is feeling rather miserable. You sense just being in flagging hands eats away at one's spirit. Only the imp Tizo seems unaffected. Most of your fellow exiles lost one hope for the next rite. Suffer alongside them. It's a bit unfortunate, but nothing we can do about it. A moment, reader. There are several courses we may take through flagging hands. If you choose to prolong your stay, it may be worth your while. However, your companion's spirits shall likely suffer more. Oh joy! Fallow Field, the south road through flagging hands crosses diseased and wilted plains. The lone minstrel says you can improve a talisman if you take a job here. The middle route through flagging hands cuts straight to the pit of Melith. Edwin suggests taking this faster route will reduce your companion's loss of hope. The north route through flagging hands crosses a mass grave. The lone minstrel says that you can get a valuable item if you take a job here. We do like loot. Let's go with the loot route. The north route through flagging hands is dismal beyond reckoning. There is little talk among your group, but yet you sense despair encroaching. Only Tizo seems unaffected. Most of your fellow exiles lost one hope for the next rite. Later you accompany the lone minstrel in pursuit of his task here. Speak not directly to the living shade, and be true to your heart when responding to its inquiries, and make no attempt to look it in the eye. The lone minstrel offers these and other words of advice as you approach the burial mounds of Coldmoat, where many exiles of the downside see their final days. Even a thorough burning failed to cleanse a certain haunted air here. Cozy. A glimmer of a shade appears before you as you stand surrounded by the dead. You barely see it, and it does not speak, but you feel its thoughts piercing your heart and mind. According to the shade, the book that you possess may lay some of the fallen here to rest. The shade leaves you to your work. You turn through the book, locating passages concerning freedom and the spirit. You recite such words as seem best fit to each of the fallen you see. It is draining work. The shade resurfaces after a while. It leads you to a hollowed stump, then fades away. Found a Nox room. You quickly put it away. A seething bit of a fungus which holds certain value to certain denizens of the downside. Journey onward! Very well, by the time you reach the pit of Melith, everyone, besides the imp Tizo, seems to be feeling even worse than before. You sense their desire to leave this place as soon as possible. Prepare for the rite anyway. Oh hey you guys, you know this place a lot of folks but not a lot of customers. Know what I mean, so have a look around. There you go. Faith Stone, grant the bearer +2 hope. Grant the bearer +2 presence. Do we want that one? There's a bigger, better one. Let's see. Hope helps recovery time if we remember correctly. Presence is the bigger aura. Let's see. Well, how about we do something about Tizo? Let's give him something, maybe. Presence hope. Bigger presence. Not sure it benefits him much. Faster recovery. There we go. Now we recovers fast. See you guys again sometime soon, maybe? Okay, because I gotta say, you're my favorite customers I had all week. And most likely the only ones. Why, hello there, Jody. You sense Eudariel's steel gaze well before you turn to her. Reader, rummaging about the wagon once again. Tell me something, now that you are here. Look at me. Are you afraid of me? You consider the question. You have never before met someone like her. But do know something of what happens to those who remain in downside for many years. Eudariel wishes to know if you fear her. Admit she can be a bit intense. You're very much aware that she could snap you like a twig at any point. Deny feeling that way. From what you know of her thus far, you sense no need to be afraid of her. Say nothing. Whatever she may be getting at, you think it is best not to indulge her at this time. She seems like a nice fellow. You tell her that, although you do not yet know each other well, you do not fear her, and on the contrary, feel safer in her presence. Truly. In that case, I have much work left to do. You shall fear me yet, if you survive this place. Now then, I shall go make my rounds. She walks away. You feel the floor of the wagon shake with her step. Your daughter gained one hope for the next rite. And another page. It was not long before the empire began to crumble. With my liege gone, his own country quickly turned upon itself. I must admit that this collapse had started long before the emperor's disappearance. His decision to give chase after myth but hastened the inevitable. All the while the rope collar stood by, awaiting such a time as he could rule in my liege's stead. He would be our people's savior. His first charge was organized in search of the missing Solia Moor. Warriors, pathfinders and scholars heard the call and prepared to seek him out. And these are so spooky flames. Does not seem particularly safe. As you make preparations for the coming rite, you wonder if the stars above will even be visible through the dense fog hanging over the pit of Melith. Then Tiso seems to be very concerned by something in the vicinity. The little imp disappears in a hurry. Oh, is Tiso alright? He was so frightened. He was not frightened, he was issuing a warning. Silence, everyone take cover. Eudariel makes quick note of several hiding places among the nearby crags and rotted husks. You wait. Something about the place dampens your senses, as all you feel is a creeping dread. Then, from the shadows, a writhing shape slides forward, its hulking form draped in raiments. The shape stops. Slowly, its head turns from one of you to the next, each in turn. Wise of you to hide yourself from us, little Nightwings. You trespass on the resting place of the astral born. We shall see ye when the stars must courage to illuminate this place. The creature vanishes into the dark. After a time, your companions reconvene. That was a bog crone. Serpentine creatures native to the Commonwealth's southern bogs, widely feared. Though formerly a part of their commonwealth, the bog crones tend to keep to themselves. Indeed, that was Witch Udmilde of the Withdrawn. She is an ancient witch and a healthy obsessed of Islach, the astral-born monstrosity. A triumvirate of bog dwellers compelled by sinister forces rather than by freedom, led by the crone witch Udmilde. Harum! Tiso makes clear he has no love for Udmilde. Although the rites dictate she cannot harm you bodily, with her, best not take unnecessary chances. We'll take what chances we can get in all of this. Everyone, it's time.
it, reader.
We did indeed.
Made it all the way to the detestable pit of Melith.
Melith, okay.
Doing so, of course, you have disturbed your ancient adversaries, the Withdrawn. The deranged witch who leads them has big plans in store, should she prevail in all this. Now, as you know, I normally would wish you a shameful defeat. But in this case, I wish you a little bit of luck.
The Colonel Milde. Seize your companions, gathered by their pyre. A little flame as that shall never warm ye here, much less survive the night. Hear us, Islak, make the Nightwings suffer. A monstrosity described in myths and ballads, thought slain by the 8 scribes. Even in death, the astral-born yet feeds upon our word, unsated by its own. The scribe Lusclorian. Rookie thrusts forward from your ranks. Listen here, you old bag. You don't scare any of us one bit, you or your body is locked. Now, we doing this or what? The question hangs in the air for longer than is comfortable. It does seem to have drawn Milda's attention, however. Rupi begins to squirm a bit. Then Milda moves her slender fingers to her mask. Foolish, Islak shall grow, Islak shall grow, Islak shall grow. He shall consume ye, ere your flame has died, that we shall ensure. Milda slides off toward her followers. Rookie remains motionless for a time. Oops. It'll be fine. That's a new type of enemy.
Who shall strive for freedom?
Just see. Needs more experience. She has very low hope. Let's go with him.
Edwin. Very well.
Alright everyone, we can take them. No matter where you go, Islak shall find ye and devour ye.
Commence. An opportunity.
And in we go.
Wings are first to strike the adversary's flame.
And in we go.
Edwin doused the adversary's flames.
Okay, we're sure they'll have a sleeve up their... ace up their sleeve. Oh. We got too early.
Now take it.
It's the wrong button.
Oh. The imp did it.
He did indeed.
Glorious.
Beautiful. The lifeblood of Islak. It flows within this lair and beneath this word. His lifeblood, it shall engulf ye in such blackness and despair. That is ominous sounding. Oh. This can't be good.
The witch invokes a profane name I shan't repeat.
Oh, right.
Best beware her foul sorceries.
Unfortunate.
Goodbye,
Oh.
Edwin.
Come on, come on.
Cool.
You got it. Oh, that's wrong.
Now there's a proper dousing.
We can still make it.
That one almost got through. The orb. Yes.
Okay, One more. One more, we got this.
Now go on, just once more.
Ah. Oof indeed. Okay, maybe we can do a... Oh no.
Beneath
Ah.
contempt.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate indeed.
Stand not in glory's path. And it is done. The Nightwings once again prevail. The scribes themselves surely have taken note.
Beautiful.
The right is done.
The scribes, the vanquish is luck, just as we prevail tonight. Tiso prepares everyone's courage against Udmilde and the withdrawn. Nice work, everyone. Never thought I'd have to stand against a bog dweller. It's luck. We have failed thee, and the deed shall be repaid in blood. As for ye fools, ye shall be consumed, and everything around ye, from the soil to the stars, ye shall see. Now that sure is a sore loser.
Of the scribes. Witness the rites firsthand and be inspired. Until the stars align.
That is a... Having secured victory over the withdrawn, a solid performance, you and the others have some moments to recover from the ordeal in the relative safety of the Black Wagon. So, when can we get out of here? What, Greentail had enough with Miller's hospitality for the time? Oh, Judy, yeah, thanks, I'm good. The Reader and the stars will point the way, as ever. It's just so far. We kept on going north, if that's the case again this time. The Sea of Solace spreads north and west from here for untold leagues. I cannot tell you when last a vessel dared to sail those waters. Tiso asserts himself during the conversation. What's the matter, little one? Rahum! Tiso is trying to get you to come look at something outside the wagon. Reader, please go see what he wants. You excuse yourself and follow the imp into the dark of night. You find Bay and the lone minstrel already gazing up at the stars. Can you not read the stars yourself then, Mr. Minstrel? A fate is not so simple as a matter of can or cannot when it comes to me, Bay. We shall see what the Reader has to say, for this is her charge. And here she is, in fact. Thank you for fetching her, Tiso. Tiso is happy to have obliged the lone minstrel. Reader, it would seem the skies have cleared to some extent. Please look upon the stars and see where they compel us to go next. You look toward the heavens. Yes, farther north, Orus, the Azure Star. The Azure Star burns bright over the ruins of a lost frigate in the Sea of Solace. Those were a pair of arms. That's something. The rights beckon you, still further north, toward the middle of the Sea of Solace. That's not good. You're joking, right, sister? Does the Reader seem to be the joking type you, Greentail? We do not argue with the stars. You talk like we can just go right out into the water. Pardon my interruption though, perhaps we can. See what? My client, Sandalwood, he has a way of anticipating such eventualities. West of here lies a place called Big Bertrudes. A small bog dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. All sorts of contraband used to come through here, some of it fatal if touched or inhaled. The proprietor is an old companion of his. She may be able to assist us. Headwind's smiles return. Headwind's smile returns. That sounds like our best shot right now. Let's pack it up and move as soon as possible. We believe that this might be a good place to leave off though, as we need to feed ourselves and attend some other chores. So, take care, mortals, and farewell. There we go.